Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I posted my episode 96 predictions, but one thing I have done for the past 2 seasons is I typically post a predictions video for the season as a whole with 4 main predictions. We have gotten the first episode of the season, but not much was revealed in that episode, so I still feel like I can make some predictions. And I did want to make 4 main predictions as to how season 10 will end and some of the stories that will be developed throughout season 10. So without further ado, here are my 4 main predictions for season 10. My first main prediction here is that Garmadon's story will be concluded by the end of the season. The season is a 24, or actually seasons 8, 9, and 10 are considered to be a 24-episode arc, and reviving Garmadon was one of the key parts of this. So it would only make sense if Garmadon's story was finished with the arc as well. I'm predicting that Garmadon's story will be finished by the end of this season. And whether that means he dies or turns good, I feel like it will probably be one of the 2 options. I would hate for Garmadon to stay around and just become Pythor, or stay in jail. And I think it makes sense for him for this not to happen to him, really. He is a very important character, he always has been, and I don't think just throwing him in jail is a satisfying ending for us or the writers. So I think that the writers, one of my predictions is that the writers will finish Garmadon's arc in this season, and they will either do this by killing him off again, or turning him good. I think either of these are really satisfying, are pretty satisfying for me. And I do think that one of these things will probably happen, and that, or if they don't, I do feel like that Garmadon's arc will be finished by the end of the season. He won't be in jail, or he won't be at large like Pythor is. So yeah, I do think Garmadon's arc will be finished by the end of the season. Another theory I have is that there will be a pretty important Cole story, or that Cole will play a big role in this season. So I do think that both of these will happen. And yeah, so pretty much his role in the season was kind of foreshadowed in episode 95 with him almost being devoured by the Oni cloud. On top of that, we do know that he will fall off the bounty in the fight with Garmadon. So I think that this info does lead me to believe that Cole will have some kind of story in this season. An important individual story of sorts. And yeah, I do think that it is possible that Cole could survive, and we could see some showcasing with Cole trying to escape the Oni cloud and meet back up with the ninja. If not that, then he is probably petrified or captured. Maybe he is kept alive by the Oni and used as bait or something. Anyways, I do feel like Cole will be a key plot point throughout the season in some way. Whether he has his own story of trying to escape the Oni, or whether he is captured and used as bait for the ninja, I do feel like Cole will be an important plot point in this season in one way or another. So next, my third prediction is that the Oni arc will conclude by the end of the season. Tommy Andreessen has said that this is a 24-episode arc, and of course, the Oni arc is something that really was started in Season 8, hinted at in Season 8, developed throughout Season 9, and it's finally happening here in Season 10. So it would only make sense for the Oni arc to end in Season 10, as it is a 24-episode arc, and honestly, if they bring it into another season, this plot is just kind of dragging on. So I do think that this is going to happen. And another thing that I think is that we're going to learn more about the Oni warlords, who were actually mentioned in episode 75 and never really brought up again. I think we are going to learn about them. Maybe even this Oni warlord in the figure could be one of the Oni warlords, maybe an Oni warlord of vengeance or hatred or deception or any of them. And we may even get to see the other 2 Oni warlords as well, maybe. I do think that we will learn more about the Oni, and we will get some key backstory. Or maybe we will actually learn about the Oni warlords. I do feel like we'll get some backstory, or we'll learn about the Oni warlords, and I do think that the Oni arc will conclude by the end of the season. And for my fourth and final prediction, it is that Nia will accept Jay's quote-unquote proposal. I know this isn't a real proposal. It was said in episode 95 that it's just kind of a tradition, and Tommy Andreessen said it may not necessarily mean marriage, so quote-unquote proposal. Don't take this literally. Anyways, I do think that by the end of the season, Nia will accept Jay's proposal, and that the season will lead up to Jay wanting to propose to Nia, and in the end, she will actually accept this. So I did express my concern for the Jay and Nia arc in yesterday's episode review video, but I do think that this will still get some headway throughout the season, but it may not be focused on much, if you know what I'm saying. And I think that at the end of the season, that Nia will accept Jay's proposal, as this season is kind of supposed to focus on Jay and Nia in a way. So I do think that at the end of the season, Nia will accept Jay's proposal, and they will kind of become an official pair, you know. Nia will become Jay's Yang, And I think that's probably going to happen at the end of the season. I don't really see what else they would do if they were going in this direction, unless they would make this continue into another season or something. I don't really think that Neo would just, turn down Jay. And yeah, I don't think that's really going to happen. But I do think that Neo would probably accept Jay's proposal, just based on some of the endings that we have gotten for other seasons. So let me know what you guys think of my predictions, and be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below explaining what you guys think is going to happen in the season. And yeah, be sure to post your own predictions as well. Thank you for watching this prediction video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone ever you know, and I will see you next time.